Now, as a 200 butterfly, regarded as one of the toughest events on the schedule, you must have been doing a lot of butterfly in training. Do you remember any particular workouts that we do? And even with the advent of this new race pace type theory of training, like, do you remember some stuff that you did in order to build up your race endurance in any way for the 200 fly?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. I think that's a really good question because, I was a distance swimmer, also distance freestyler. I mean, like, I have no natural speed, like
Mm.
none, and it just would take me, 100 just to kind of get going. So, but I did a lot of, I would rotate between distance workouts, which really helped me aerobically for a 200 fly. But on stroke days, I just did a ton of fly, but not long distance fly. Like
Mm.
one of my favorite sets, and I think it was very beneficial to my swimming was, I would do, like say 3 sets of 850s fly, right? And the first set of 850s would kind of be, on maybe a medium, interval, and I would just hold, a couple seconds off of race pace,
Hmm.
right? And just maintain that and get, work on my rhythm at a fast but controllable pace.
Right.
Then you take a break, then I do 8 more 50s fly, you know, on a longer interval, holding race pace.
Mm.
And then I might do, like maybe 6 or 8 more after another break, faster than race pace. So the point was to get me to, repeat well at intervals where I kind of knew how fast I was going and I
Mm.
could still hold my stroke. I wasn't one of those swimmers. I mean, listen, I probably, if they had a 300 or 400 yard or meter 200 fly, I probably would have been better at that.
Mm.
But, but, but I think this is one reason also part of why I had success was I never had any injuries, right? And
Mm.
you see this all the time, great swimmers, and they just, you hear about all these injuries, and it's just, it's terrible. And I think we are always concerned about like not overdoing something, especially with a stroke where you can get injured. I mean, even like when we were training in the season, we always started our college season, getting in great physical shape first before we started getting into any sort of swimming shape, just to try to prevent injuries. So,
Right. Yeah.
so I would think I think that's a big part of it is just not getting hurt. And I think those shorter those intervals where I could recover and actually hold my pace